This is a crash course of ancient world history. Today, we're learning about Mesopotamia,
Ancient Egypt,
India,
China,
Greece,
Rome,
Islam,
Mesoamerica,
Mongols.
and Indian Ocean trade. Let's start with Mesopotamia. The success of this ancient society was that they were the basic foundation for other societies to come. They started the trading revolution. A struggle for them was the change between a nomadic civilization and a agricultural one because of farming. Disease spread due to the grouping of peoples, and inequality became rampant between men and women.
All right, our next topic is ancient Egypt. The Egyptians had an incredible workforce which were made up of slaves. They made many architectural wonders like the pyramids and the Sphinx. They lived on the Nile River, which helped them trade with other civilizations. One of their downfalls was that their rulers or pharaohs were extremely greedy and only spent money on themselves for their pyramids or tombs. Later, the Egyptians were conquered by Rome.
India had many great successes, one of them being Hinduism. Their society was united under this religion, but this caused extreme division in their social classes. The caste system is still evident in Indian society today. The system is made up of 5 classes: the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Sudras, and Untouchables. The religion was spread through other societies through trade.
Moving on to ancient China. The gracious empire of China thrived from 1600 BC to 1912 AD, which is like around a little bit ago, just a little bit. So China had some really great success and expansion. They got really big borders. It was great. Due to this, they had really insane bronze working. Confucianism spread around and united the people under one religion, and trade happened because, trade's great, in the Silk Road. China didn't come without its downfalls, though, and because of all this rapid expansion, famine and disease spread everywhere, and lots of people died.
Next, we're learning about Greece. The Greeks were a polytheistic culture. They had many great philosophers, including Aristotle and Plato, and many others. Alexander the Great conquered not only Egypt, but many other places as well. One of their struggles was that there were many wars between Sparta and Athens. When Alexander the Great conquered almost all of Europe, he connected them, making new possibilities for trade.
Well, moving on to Rome. Rome society was built from the foundation of their strong military. They were able to conquer a tremendous amount of land. While traveling, they were able to spread a new religion, Christianity. Constantine's acceptance of Christianity allowed much of Europe to be united under one religion. Despite all of this, there was a huge struggle over power in Rome. Julius Caesar soon became a man who was in control of much of Rome and wanted more power. As a result, he was assassinated by the Senate.
The Grand Empire of the Islamic States lived fervorously in the way back. The Muslim population at the time was taking large strides to further science and exploration with research for things such as astronomy. The Muslims were a monotheistic people, and that means they followed one God under their main prophet, Muhammad. After Muhammad's death, the Sunni and the Shiite, two races of the Muslims, split, and that eventually caused the fall of the Islamic states due to the nation being divided into.
Next, we are learning about Mesoamerica. Mesoamerica was made up of quite a few tribes. They were known for making the calendar, their polytheistic religion, their architecture, and for randomly disappearing. These tribes had a solid social ranking system, and they died before being able to trade with the rest of the world.
Next is the Mongols. The Mongols successfully created the largest empire in history. Still living a nomadic lifestyle, they traveled on horseback to conquer that land. The empire was united under the leadership of Genghis Khan. In less than 50 years, the Mongols conquered land from China to Poland. However, they spread the plague while conquering and trading. Eventually, they divided and fell.
Lastly, we are learning about the Indian Ocean Trade Network. The Indian Ocean Trade Network is a system of routes taken by ships across the Indian Ocean to trade with the surrounding civilizations, such as Western Africa, Egypt, Rome, Greece, China, and India. Of course, Indian Ocean. And these ships were able to travel so much because of the impending monsoons that caused winds, which allowed all of these boats to travel long distances. So all of the nations tended to follow the monsoon winds, but after a while, people decided that they wanted to find faster routes because faster routes meant more trade. And that's kind of sparked exploration in the New World, which eventually led to the discovery of things like North America, South America. It's pretty great.
And that concludes our Crash Course Ancient World History.
Next is the Mongols.
Divided the Shuni and Seite.
Oh, would you like a copy of the Bible? It's free of charge. Our great Lord and Savior, would you want you to have one?
They had many philosophers, including Aristotle and Socrates.
Socrates. That's not my, we're gonna get this. Got him.